Hey, wake up. If you're a scorer, you probably always have your eyes on the rim, and you're probably always thinking of how to put the ball in that hoop. But successful scorers know to put the ball in the hoop, that's not where your focus should be. So come with me, I'm gonna give you the little known cheat codes to start scoring more today. So everybody thinks that scoring has to do with how many times they're shooting, but scoring isn't really a factor of shooting. It's more so a factor of these right here, touches, and how many times you can get your hands on the ball. So if you're a scorer and you already have a scorer's mentality, the best thing you can do to score more is to increase your number of touches. Your average player touches the ball between 4 to 10 times every quarter. If you can double, even triple that amount over the course of a game, over the course of a season, over the course of an entire high school career, you've got an opportunity to score a lot of points because the ball is naturally in your hands more. So the first thing we're gonna do to start scoring more is to start tracking our touches. Have a parent, have a friend, have someone track how many times in a game you literally touch the ball. Every time you touch it, from warm-ups to in the game, start to come up with an average of the amount of time the ball's in your hand. And then what are we gonna do? We're going to double it and maybe even triple it. And here's how. The number one thing you can do to increase your touches is to create with cutting. This means you're literally going to cut off the ball in order to get the ball in places where you normally don't. Why is cutting important? Because most players receive the ball by coming towards the ball. The problem with that is it gets predictable and the defense will start to cut off the lanes as you come towards the ball. Whether it's backdoor cuts, face cuts, zipper cuts, or any other type of cuts, generally takes the defense by surprise. And this is a way you can slowly but surely tick up the amount of times you're touching the ball. Another great way to increase your touches is to demand deflections. The more you can deflect the ball from the defender, whether it's going for steals, knocking the ball out of the handler's hands, any of these things count as touches. Because the more you touch the ball, the more you're getting acclimated to the feel of the ball and the rhythm of the game. So that's going to put you into scoring mode. Demand deflections. This is going to create active hands and feet and make you a better defender. We're not even tracking steals, just how many times you can get your hand on the ball. Another way to tick up your touches is to lock in on loose balls. Whenever there's a loose ball, get on the floor and get after it. Even if it's a 50-50 ball or one that you're not sure you can get, the more you can get after loose balls, the more touches you're going to get. Obviously, a lot of times this isn't going to put you in a position to score, but often it can. Players forget that picking up loose balls is a skill. I see players who can create deflections, but they're incapable of picking up the ball on the run, navigating the defense, and scoring the basketball in the midst of a helter-skelter play. The more you can get used to getting your timing or corralling on the run, it's going to also increase your ability to do that, whether that's a pass or a loose ball that you pick up to actually go score. Another little known fact that you can use to tick up your touches is to increase inbounding. Now, a lot of times the inbounder is decided by the coach before games, but often it's not. Whether you're that person designated as the inbounder or not, maybe that's a role you want to take over more often in practice because it's increasing the amount of times you have the ball in your hand. Another great thing about inbounding is you actually get to see the entire landscape of the floor, because while you're inbounding it, you see the defender and everybody that's behind the person that's receiving the inbound. This will get you thinking on a higher scale as far as how to manipulate the defense, where the holes are, and how to make the most of the next offensive opportunity. Lastly, what you can do to increase your touches is to blend in on the breaks. If you notice, a lot of NBA players do this, whether it's a timeout, halftime, or maybe the officials have just called a foul and the ball is bouncing. That's a great time to go touch the ball. Be the first one to grab the ball, because often there's this lag time between officials making a call or corralling the ball after a timeout. You can increase your touches, massage that ball, and even throw it back to the ref, and he may give you a favorable call later on in the game. All these tips, tools, and tricks will tick up your touches, which will eventually lead to more scoring if you already have the mentality to put the ball in the hole. Before we get out of here, I also like to thank today's sponsor, Dr. Dish. For our guests only, they've given us a coupon code that you can use to get $50 off the IC3 Shot Trainer, this device that's right here behind me. The IC3 Shot Trainer is my #1 go-to tool, whether I'm training a client, working with my kids, or buying equipment for my coaches. It will make your workouts 50% more effective and efficient. Go get one today. They also are offering an additional $50 to $100 off on their holiday deals. So when you combine that with our coupon code, it will add up to major savings. The code is JP3Train. Go to Dr. Dish today and start leveling up your results. So thanks for watching. Check out our Better Ball Handling series if you're someone who wants to level up your ball handling today.